Well, hey everybody, Rob Satcham here. I'm going to show you how to optimize your YouTube videos and find content for what's called evergreen YouTube videos. And I'm going to show you how to do this on a video that I just created. So I'm working in like real time. Now, I have a new video that I have up that's going to show you how to use a great review embed plugin. It has Google reviews, it has Yelp reviews, Facebook reviews, and it puts it onto your website. Not only that, it puts it on your website and it makes it so that you will have your reviews on there, and then also you'll get these rich snippets. There's schema embedding, but it embeds into WordPress. Now I have a previous video that I have, and here's that video. Here's the overview of it. Now, since publication, I've earned $279 on it. 19.7 thousand views. So it's been around for a while. It's from 2019, and that had one solution. I found a better solution. So I'm going to show you how I create a YouTube video that actually will intersect with viewers in the right way. And again, there's kind of different types of YouTube content. This is meant to be, how do you find those keywords? How do you optimize a YouTube video for inbound so that it solves a very clear solution? I'm going to show you a couple different ways. And then this also helps with your YouTube, your CPM. So I'm just going to show you here real quick. If I open up my YouTube channel, you'll see a couple of things. So my CPM, because I do business content and I do content that is also around software, I have a very high CPM. Now, I don't make gobs of money. I've got almost 17,000 subscribers, which really isn't that much. In the last 28 days, I've had 48,000 views, watch time, subscribers 412. I'm pecking away at $832 when it comes down to it, to my revenue. Just so you can see that this actually makes sense, I have an overall CPM of 34.9. I've got this new RPM of 18.03. My YouTube revenue is $800 to $1,500 a month during tax time, because I have all sorts of tax content. Here you can see the actual payments that I've had. I had, right after COVID, all my tax videos just fell off the face of the planet. But let me show you how I do this. Now, you'll see my videos, there's a combination of different videos here. Excuse me. I've got my number one video, which is most of my content. It's a huge revenue driver, is the tax difference between an LLC and an S Corp. That's an evergreen solution. It's one of the best explainers with visuals on the tax difference between an LLC and an S Corp. Then I have more LLC content that I've kind of piled on. Then I have how to start a bookkeeping, tax, and accounting firm. But if you take a look at this, my CPM, I feel pretty good at. Here I've got $63 CPM, $44 CPM, $41, $32. Here I've got, this is about Google Drive, so this is much lower. That's a $12 CPM. Here's something about the Hero 7 Black, that's $6. But pretty much everything else I do, I'm in software, I'm in business, I'm B2B. I get in front of entrepreneurs, I get in front of accounting systems and tax systems, which there's just huge amounts of money. So look at this, bookkeeping business startup. I've got $110 CPM. It's a newer video that will even out over time. I only have 95 playbacks. Now, a lot of these, they're targeting a niche, but again, $49 CPM, $115 CPM for Google My Business, how to add a user. So that video, as that's evergreen, this is brand new. I'm starting to crank out content. As that gets created, I tell you what, I will start to get a ton of new revenue, 123 CPM. So take my word for it. I know how to plan these things out. And I don't even create that much. This is a side gig for me. This actually generates more leads for me. I probably get 10 leads a week out of this for our little firm, our little team of 4 to do websites and advertising. But let me show you how I plan out this content. So the first thing I want to do is I want to pay attention to what has been working. So I already have a video that's ranking in this world. So we come here, look at the overview. I got almost 18,000 views. People watch it for a decent amount of time. If you look at the average retention, 2 minutes and 10 seconds is not a ton, but if you look, there's a lot of people that drop off immediately, but then there's a whole group of people that stick around for the rest of it. So 48% of them are there for almost 5 minutes, and then they get out of there. So you can tell that it's working. Subscribers, I get some. I've made some revenue. Now this is since publication. Now if I look at reach, this is what you should do. So A couple of cool things that you'll notice here. This is a perfect example of people are looking for a solution. I made this video because I wanted to know what to do. An 8.6% impression click-through rate, embed Google reviews on WordPress plugin 2020. It makes sense. It's super clear. This is one of the highest click-through rates that I get. You know, I've got a couple at like 11%, but impression-wise, when people have this question, they go there. So it's worth noting that I will want to pay attention to the keywords. Now, my source traffic, look at Google search, actually ends up being 84% of my external. So YouTube search is 65.7%, 27% is external. Of that external, 85% of that is from Google search. So I'm ranking on the search engine result pages, and Google's serving me up, which is really cool. Whenever you do that, you know you're on the right path. So I'd like to optimize this video similarly. So what I'm going to do here is you can always come over to your traffic source, your YouTube search keywords. Let's hit see more, and what you'll see are all the words since upload that are ranking. Now there's not a ton of them, but these are all relevant. So what I'm going to do is in the upper right hand corner here, I'm actually going to export the current view, and I'm going to do it in Google Sheets so that I can easily copy and paste. And then I'm going to show you how to use Google Ads tool to find some of the higher CPM keywords that are out there. So again, we've got the source title. Let's just grab like 3 or 4 of these. We can't do a million of them, but you could replicate this. In fact, we'll just stick with kind of WP Google review slider, review plugin WordPress, Google reviews widget, and we'll do those. All right, so now what you'd do is you'd come over to Google Ads, and once you get your Google Ads account, you'll go up into Tools and Settings, and what I would do is I would go over to the Keyword Planner. Now, Keyword Planner has 2 functions to it. One, you'll be able to see and get some ideas of new keywords, so discover new keywords, or you can get the volume and the forecast. What I'm going to do here is I want to find some additional keywords that might be interesting. So again, I'm going to come here, I'm going to grab some of the the most popular ones, and let's grab those 5. I'm copying those, I'm coming over and I'm pasting these in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit get results. Oh, I just ate an almond and it's stuck in my throat. So here's some ideas that you'll see. We can go, and the idea here is we'd want to look at the average monthly searches, maybe look at the competition and amp that up a little bit. And what you'll see is that there are plugin review. So maybe putting the word plugin review might be good. I don't know that I'm going to mess with this very much because it Google reviews plugin. So the idea is comb through this, and you want to see your low and high bids, and then your competition levels. If there's good competition around things, you know that there's lots of people advertising on it. Now this says that there's not landing page builder plugin. You know, these might not all be relevant, but that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is I use, and I really like this tool, TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy is worth the subscription, I think. You go to the Keyword Explorer, and this is the primary thing that it's good for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these top 2 because they're probably the most relevant. You look in proportion, it's Google reviews, site reviews, plugin. And let's put this in here. And all we're trying to do is, are there some keywords that we could be going for that we haven't necessarily seen yet? And let's look at web searches. So here we go. So when I go to related, there's video searches. There's not a lot there, but I want to pay attention to web searches. So again, we've got WP Google Review Slider Pro nulled, WP Google Review Slider Pro. I'm going to use these keywords so I'm going to take those, and the idea here is that I want to copy and paste them. Where's the tool? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the keyboard, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to come slap them over here. For now, we'll probably just add another page for the ones I'm thinking of. And all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to think of what are the, that didn't work great. What I'm going to do is, whatever, I've got them in there. I can copy and paste them. I can put them into the new video. So here's the new video, and it's a good video. I think it's a better tool. I think it's going to work really well. And I'm going to come down to more options. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the keywords that I'm already ranking for and use those, because that makes a ton of sense. And in particular, we will go like this, and we will go like that. So I'm going to paste those in there. Now, you don't want to overdo your curses. I'll want to add these in there. So if you can't paste them, but put them in. These are all relevant because they're already ranking. And then from there, we will copy these to clipboard. And I'm going to use these guys as well. So that was, maybe I don't want them all here because I'll run out of space. So let's just grab, let's grab those. So copy to paste, boom, add tags. And then let's use that was the WP. Now we'll Google review plugin WordPress. Let's check that out on TubeBuddy. And TubeBuddy should give me, again, like I said, what I'm trying to look for is, so there's good search volume. The competition is pretty heavy. Optimization strength, we can do that. Let's look at the web searches. Best Google review plugin for WordPress. That sounds good. Review schema. And these are all relevant as well. Now I'm going to focus on Google, and then I'm going to make another one for Facebook. And yeah, let's go with those. So I've got a couple of new keywords to put in. It's not the biggest thing in the world, that, that's not the absolute most important thing, but by optimizing that, and then what you'll want to do is do a similar thing to the tag, right? Or for the title. And your title has a lot to do with how you're going to actually rank. So embed Google reviews, WordPress plugin, boom. And what I'm going to do is edit this. So this is how you do it. You get in there, you optimize it, you put some good queries in the tags. Now I want to do 2020, and I'm probably going to edit this, and then I'll make I like to use the Spark Adobe. And I'm not the best looking situation, but I'll be making an actual image that will look really, a thumbnail image, that's the word, that will look really nice. But I tell you what, using the keyword planner to find additional keywords, in this instance it wasn't super helpful, but in some it can be very helpful, right? So LearnDash reviews, I mean, I don't even know what that, BuddyPress reviews, I know what that is. WooCommerce, that's pretty common sense. But Google review plugin, if we just were to come back here and get rid of this, and let's see what it has for Google review plugin. Review plugin, let's see if it comes up with some cool ideas for just that. Maybe it'll drop a bunch. Let's see if there's a Google stars rating. There we go. Widget for website. So I'll probably use the word widget, plugin, add-on, whatever that is. Anyways, hopefully this helps you in planning some of your content. And remember, business content, software content. And if you come into the ads manager, you can kind of get an idea of what is going to cost.